All night long, it has seemed for many years, we have heard the terrible sound of guns. All night long, we have lain and watched the calm stars. We cannot sleep though we are tired. The sound of guns is in our ears. We are growing old and grey. We have forgotten many simple things. Is this you? Is this I? Will the word come to charge today? Close our eyes. We see the ring of violet flashes endlessly darting against the skies. We feel the firm earth shake beneath us, and all the world we have walked upon crumbles to nothing, crumbles to chaos, crumbles to incoherent dust. Till it seems we can never walk again, that it is foolish to have feet, foolish to be men, foolish to think, foolish to have such brains, and useless to remember the world we came from, the world we never shall see again. Long, we lie this way. We cannot talk. I look to see what you are thinking. And you, we are all thinking, will it come today? Get your bayonets ready then. See that they are sharp and bright. See that they have thirsty edges. Remember that we are savage men, motherless men who have no past, nothing of beauty to call to mind, no tenderness to stay our hands. We are tired, we have thought all this before. We have seen it all and thought it all. Our thumbs are calloused with feeling the bayonet's edge. We have known it all and felt it all till we can know no more. All night long. We dream we are filling pans and baking bread, or hoeing the witch grass out of the wheat. We dream we are turning lathes, or open our shops in the early morning and look for a moment along the quiet street. And we do not laugh, though it is strange, in the harrowing second of time, to traverse so many worlds, so many ages, and come to this chaos again, this vast symphonic dance of death, this incoherent dust. We are growing old, we are older than the stars. You whom I knew a moment ago have walked through ages of silence since then. Memory is forsaking me, I no longer know if we are one or two, or the blades of grass all night long. Lying together, we think in caverns of dreadful sound. We grope among falling boulders. We are overtaken and crushed, we rise once more, performing warily the senseless things we have performed so often before. Yesterday's coming again, yesterday and the day before, and a million others, all alike, one by one. Sulphurous clouds and a red sun, sulphurous clouds and a yellow moon, and a cold drizzle of endless rain, driving across them, wetting the barrels of guns, dripping, soaking, pattering, slipping, chilling our hands, numbing our feet, glistening on our chins. And then all over again after gray ages. Sulphurous clouds and a red sun, sulphurous clouds and a yellow moon. I had my childhood once, now I have children. A boy who is learning to read, a girl who is learning to sew, and my wife has brown hair and blue eyes. Our parapet is blown away by a gust of sound. Dust is falling upon us, blood is dripping upon us. We are standing somewhere between earth and stars, not knowing if we are alive or dead. All night long, it is so. All night long we hear the guns and do not know if the word will come to charge today. like madmen in the sun, running stiffly on the scorched dust. Hardly hearing our voices, running after the man who points with his hand at a certain shattered tree. Running through sheets of fire like idiots, sometimes falling, sometimes rising. I will not remember then how I walked by a hedge of wild roses and shook the dew off with my sleeve. I will not remember the shape of my sweetheart's mouth, but with other things ringing like anvils in my brain. I will run, I will die, I will forget. I will hear nothing and forget. I will remember that we are savage men, motherless men who have no past. Nothing of beauty to call to mind, no tenderness to stay our hands.
Okay, cool. I think I've got most of this set up now. Perfect. And click. Cool. Sound works, everything's up and running. I'm gonna try and stick to like an early afternoon schedule for a little while as a morning stream type thing, because streaming first thing in the morning, like first thing in the actual morning, is not was not working. That was not working out. It was exhausting. Not really getting anywhere on anything. I mean, we've only got like a couple hours that we can actually do this anyway, but it's about the same amount of time streaming wise. It's kind of whatever. Why is it? Oh, bro. Every time. I need to go through and disable that. I really do. I'm pretty certain there's like keys that it's saying are being pressed that are not actually being pressed.
Yes.
Oh man. Dude. And the Twitter nonsense that's going on is pretty hilarious. I need to actually kind of check in on that.
Captain, I think we're looking at the reason for the Poogie's sudden disappearing act.
So that's the monster that just muscled its way into this territory.
Because
Pit any Poogie against a beast.
this whole Simony thing is getting kind of hilarious.
Tasty crisp? Hush now, Rudy.
Pretty hilarious stuff.
Do forgive me. One thing's for certain. This does not look like the
Primarily because like everyone and their grandma is just like, no, it's not Simony. This isn't Simony. We're just only selling a sacrament.
Yeah,
We're just gonna pretend that you're ESL.
Leah knows no fear when Poogie's involved. Let's get this show on the road, Captain.
We're gonna pretend that you guys are ESL, this native English-speaking nation. No, you're all ESL. Fee doesn't mean fee. Fee means donation. Duh. I know what a fee is. Knowing how to understand English is not only very important because I speak English natively, but is also even greaterly important from when I used to do bomb maintenance. Knowing the difference between a warning and a caution is incredibly important. Knowing the difference between will and shall is incredibly important. Knowing the difference between words that the average person hears aloud and doesn't think 2 seconds about it, they don't even think about it, is absurdly important. So when you see the word fee, that's not good. And there's no way that some dude saw that this was going to be a thing and while building that website and was like, yeah, that's cool, bro. This is that. And I highly doubt they got some dude who does not speak English to build the website. You know, more than likely it's like some nerd that they have specifically at that church who does the website stuff, or it's outsourced to some other guy that they do business with directly. It also seems like a lot of people don't seem to understand that when you're a monolith, like a lot of the apostolics like to claim that they are, you don't really get you're not allowed to be afforded doubts on things, because if one of them is doing it and then another one of their group, another one of the other subsets of those groups aren't actively calling them out for wrongdoing, that it goes into the issue of being a monolith. You don't have the issue of that, because you can have multiple Baptist churches. As an example, you can have multiple Baptist churches in a town, and they don't associate with each other. They're completely 100% different entities. Maybe they do associate, but fundamentally what's taught at one is going to be dramatically different from what's taught at the other.
That's for sure. Hoping that Poogie comes
In
out
some
alive.
cases.
Without any monsters.
You know, you're going to have actual Baptists versus
We'll just have to be patient and
quote-unquote particular Baptists, aka Calvinists,
that was quick.
as an example. These are those are fundamentally, literally, like different sects entirely. The only thing that they seem to have in common is the...
Oldest Gale Force porker. Presto, Piggy.
Oh, I can't ever get over this. Why?
From him. If anything, I kind of get the feeling that he's itching for
Like,
a
I get,
dose.
like, you have to have some comedy.
To run around again. I expect he aims to let loose.
Captain, this time I'll take care of.
You must be tired after that.
I was hoping they would look like boars, though. Like, they'd be all hairy with tusks.
Thanks, Captain.
Or something. I don't know. Alright, let's do our Mario Kart race. Yeah, but you're going to end up with differing groups of, like, these dudes who have dramatically different ideas. And they are literally, basically, different churches 100%. Even if they are actually part of the same fundamental denomination, they are basically, literally different churches. 100%.
I won't.
When you end up with dude, I'm so slow. Jump. Oh. Well, crap. I now have to care about jumping. But when you have this issue of dealing with a bunch of these things simultaneously, and you're part of a group that claims that all of you are 100% exactly the same, all of you 100% all believe the same, all of you 100% have always been the same, you kind of have a problem. And that problem is that you're a monolith. And as a monolith, you don't really get away with having one dude do something wrong, get caught doing something wrong, we're gonna lose. Get caught doing something wrong, and then get to... Okay, no, we're good. And then get to turn around and just be like, well, this isn't what you think this is, you know, because it's very obviously simony. They're gonna have to deal with it. They're gonna have to fundamentally fix this issue, and they're not going to be able to fix that without doing what they've already decided is not acceptable. If you can't call out dudes within your own sect for doing something wrong, that's a problem.
I don't think he'll be going after the sand ship after this. Much to the relief of the egg hunters, I'm sure. Come on, Presto Piggy, let's go home. Captain, I have a request.
Because, like, when Protestants catch other Protestants doing various things like that,
Just let me race him.
especially if they're part of the same denomination,
We'll make it happen.
The final goes by the name of Boss Hog. Looks like him.
ugh.
You best get training, Pia.
Bro. Especially when they're part of the same denomination. You end up with this issue of dudes like actually calling each other out. And in some cases actually pursuing like legal means against each other. Depending on how serious of an issue it is. Depending on what it is. You know. Because that's like the church that I got baptized at. It's like the church that I got baptized at.
Hey, Ogden.
That place imploded
On the letter front
in the span of like a week.
Sharp as a sword, ain't you? Matter of fact, we just got a new delivery today.
Because one of the dudes involved would not do what he was supposed to do.
Have you opened it? And can I take a look?
So as a result of that,
So this one sounds all about a monster in the Tark 1 wastes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Whoever wrote the notes
Wait, what?
all the way to the wastes.
So wait,
Exactly how
an ice-type monster shows up in these areas?
Obviously, one adept adventurer.
This is a, like, hot
Be an easy path to travel.
hot area. Why would a,
Adventure elite. Who is
like, an
this
ice
person?
wyvern be here? That's kind of weird.
What are they after? No matter how much progress we make, we don't want them to actually talk to us.
It is pretty odd. All they've done is give a few nuggets. These are meticulous notes they've got going on. You'd think they'd want to know
You know.
who followed up on their findings.
Maybe
You end up with this kind of crazy stuff happening, though. But when something unacceptable is happening, you have to call it out.
Suppose I
You have to stop it.
Wait, what if they're watching on camera?
Deciding to split hairs and decide whether or not you want to claim that it's simony or not doesn't matter. I've already run into multiple people who are like, "Oh, this isn't simony. Simony only applies to specifically,
Sender was anyone suspicious. They've been keeping an eye on.
specifically only, you know, the laying of hands.
But maybe not suspicious.
Like Protestantism doesn't exist
Brain too much.
because we burned down half of Europe over this kind of nonsense.
Rule is open. First, we'll tackle this exotic
You know, this behavior of pretending that Protestants or Roman Catholics are both too retarded to understand what's actually going on or what they're looking at has to fucking stop.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It really does.
I'll let you call it.
You know.
friends. Where should we head?
People are willing to be chill about, hey, you have a different viewpoint of stuff, and that's fine. Hey, you know, it's kind of ridiculous, but I guess we'll put up with it that you feel that XYZ things aren't valid or real. Or what we inherently believe isn't true whatsoever. You know, we'll kind of put up with it, but when it's getting to the point where you're literally trying to play like everyone around you is retarded except for you, simply because they don't share your viewpoint, but these are people who who historically burned down. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, no, we are leaving, yeah. Historically went through, burned down half an entire continent. Drove a massive amount of colonial effort as a means of resolving this religious issue that at the time couldn't be fixed, couldn't be figured out. And then now we're at the modern age where even the party who was wrong in the first place has been ideologically and informationally traumatized by the event to the point that even they, while running into half measures of something unacceptable that's vaguely like some of the nonsense that they had been up to or some of the abuses that had been going on, they have meltdowns. So it's kind of insane. Oh!
Time to go.
Wrong button. Okay, well, I always do that. I
Let's go.
mix up X and Y. The freaking controllers, man. Freaking controllers. You know, it's kind of deranged because you have an entire subset of people who have been ideologically and mentally scarred by this issue to such a degree that both sides have insane knee-jerk reactions
Be able to see the monster we're after from here.
that even the party who was wrong, who still won't admit that they were wrong, still tends to err on the correct side of the issue of saying, yes, this is wrong, when they encounter the exact same thing in modern day.
But I suppose everything has its exceptions.
I've been keeping my eyes open, but
If even Roman Catholics are seeing it and going, yeah, that kind of,
hey,
kind of doesn't look good. It's time to stop and reconsider.
What are y'all doing out here?
Just a moment.
If the sect that can't ever admit that they're wrong
Thea,
is saying that, yeah, bro, this doesn't look
I'm on
good,
a poogie chase.
it's probably time to stop.
A poogie chase? Here? I thought I might find a new type of poogie with the region. That's fair. Were you successful?
Then we also have, like, the other nonsense that's going on.
I climbed up the crystallized dragon to try to get a better look at the area, and that's when I spotted you guys.
On that note, did you happen to see an unusual flying wyvern around here?
And I don't think people are going to be super pleased with what I've got to say about that, but I really don't care.
It's all the same.
And I also really don't care whether or not they listen to me or not, because it really doesn't matter.
Overstayed my welcome, so I'll meet y'all back at camp.
Sounds good. Get back safely.
But I do gotta say, they've probably got about 5 years. The Eastern Orthodox have probably about 5 years, maybe more. I'm not really great at time scales
Well, I can't tell you
when
that.
it comes to, like, human behavior and stuff like that, but they've got a while,
Remind ourselves that patience is a virtue.
and
The monster never appears, neither will our benefactor.
they're gonna hit a point where they run out of time, and they're gonna begin hemorrhaging people. And part of it is because they're bringing in all sorts of dudes without any care or concern to the long-term consequences of it.
Hold on. Cora showed up during our first investigation. Then in the second,
So you're having this Hegelian dialect issue happening, kind of like with the Catherine thing
we
that
implied
happened,
that the sender wasn't necessarily suspicious. Did you think?
Yeah, from the start.
where you end up with,
Packages keep showing up.
oh, we don't tolerate feminism. Well, that's really weird, because you've brought in a ton of feminists, and you've made them Eastern Orthodox. And oh, wouldn't you know it?
Saying our secret sender
Wouldn't you
is
know it?
the Rangers this entire
Nobody's
time?
actually holding the people accountable in this situation accountable the way that they should be held accountable. Instead, everyone's saying that the dudes involved are bad. The men involved are bad. And that the woman who was running around blasting her nudes and everything else out to everybody that she possibly could, she's the
The
victim.
Rangers we ran into at the investigation site. They all acted like they were chance encounters.
You know?
But is
And,
possible one of them was there to see how we did against their
It's one of these things that it has to stop. You have to stop what you're doing and wait a minute and go,
Every ranger
wait a
we
minute.
have here is in cahoots.
in on it.
Wait a minute. What do you mean? She has no responsibility in it. Like, because multiple dudes are just like, this is so sad. I can't believe. Because I think there was at least, I don't know if they were actually real priests, though. That's the part that really pisses me off about some of this, is that you've got a bunch of dudes LARPing as whatever, and that's kind of a problem. You can usually tell when it's like a Protestant who's an actual pastor, because they'll list their church. They'll list their associations.
We'll have to mark this conversation.
When it's these orthobro dudes who are like unhinged crazy people, they'll pretend to be whatever. You've got dudes pretending to be women. You've got dudes pretending to be priests. You've got dudes pretending to be papered academics. That's a big one. I remember when that happened just fairly recently. That was funny. And then people have kind of just dropped it and never went back to it.
I don't see it landing anytime soon.
If it's not coming down, then maybe we
I'm not a
should call it.
credentialist, but
Use you.
when you lie about stuff like that, you deserve to be torn down.
And how do we do that?
But,
Aim a Monstie's breath attack at it. That means you, if you don't mind.
oh, dude, come on.
I'm on it.
This is going to be the chasing thing all over again. I don't want to do this. I've got to time this. I don't... Does he fly, like, real nice and... Okay. Oh! You... I'm gonna... Oh, fuck. I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna... Oh, I'm gonna fucking yell. Are you serious? Stops 2 inches short of it. I'm gonna... Oh, let's... As soon as he stops... He's too far away, damn it. Are you kidding me? Bro, I hate this. I hate this. I hate this already. And I know flying around trying to do it is not going to help me. But, yeah, you've got all these dudes pretending to do stuff, be whatever. So knowing whether or not people are legit, I'm just going to decide that they're just random dudes. Seemingly pretending to pass themselves off as priests. Are you kidding me? So he also starts and stops randomly. I don't This is some BS, man. Because there's a delay. You have to power it up. And it's a big flying fireball. So it has to, like, traverse a distance. Are you... There we go. F you, bro. F you. Got you. Okay, so... Freaking... Smash ball... Yeah, let's break his what? Let's break his arms. It'll be fine. Break his arms. We're good. Bro. Oh. Let's go. Ow! Yeah, but you've got a bunch of dudes basically presenting themselves as if they're priests or whatever. So you have this weird problem basically happening of oh no. Okay, well, that kind of worked. You have these guys passing themselves off as if they're priests, potentially. But that's neither here nor there. But the mass majority of the dudes are just like, oh no, this is terrible. This is so terrible that this is happening. It's so mean of everybody to be like, yo, this isn't cool. And railing on these dudes. But when we go back and look at what's going on, how did they get a hold of these pictures? You know? Because that's like the magic question that I keep bringing up. And then people get butthurt or they don't want to deal with it. How did they get a hold of the pictures that they're not supposed to have? You know, did these guys like break into her house and get her to do that for them? Pose for me at gunpoint? No, that didn't happen. That's not what happened. She happily and willingly made a bunch of pictures, sent them to dudes, random dudes. I have a feeling too that if we wait a little bit longer and actually turn up the heat on this by actually just having a thing of all of the dudes involved. Basically, hey, you know, you need to come in, you need to self-report, no matter what. You don't have to give context of any of this, but you need to at least, like, check in and basically say, hey, I got one of these pictures, this happened, I can guarantee you, if you bother to structure it that way, not only is it going to be this whole thing where she will suddenly magically disappear completely, not just from Twitter. It's not going to be just a twatter disappearance. It will be a 100% social disappearance. Because I guarantee that if we give enough time or put out a more... He was using speed attacks. Yeah. Proactive aspect of trying to track down these dudes that she was sending these pictures to. They'll find out that she was sending them to married men. I can almost guarantee you. And this goes into a really interesting and very weird female behavior that once you know about it, you kind of can't unknow about it. And it's also something that a lot of 20-something college guys, usually once they figure it out and learn about it, they take full advantage of this inherent female behavior, which is kind of hilarious.
You did it!
That was kind of easy. What's the catch? What's the catch? What was the catch? What did I think, I don't... There's got to be like another phase of this. There's no way. That was very easy.
Are you hurt, Your Highness?
No, I'm fine.
That was too easy.
Now that the investigation's done and dusted, what do you say we start
But I can almost guarantee you there were married dudes that she was sending this
Have
to.
another target?
And then magically, these guys who are super butthurt about all this, who are like, oh no,
Does that mean you figured out who it is, Ogden?
she's the victim. She's the victim. Would probably almost immediately drop what's going on and just turn around and be like, yo, oh no, now I have to hold her accountable. But, you know, that goes back into the Hegelian dialect stuff. They integrated a bunch of people and weren't concerned with getting rid of the inherent no-no ideas and ideology that they were holding on to first. They just grabbed a ton of people, integrated them. Oh, hey, we've got even more congregants who are ready to join. Let's grab them and integrate them. And you end up with crazy stuff. Sure, they went through the class for the
Just look at you two.
catechesis and all this other
Why'd you
stuff.
call me out here? It's gonna take long.
You did the class, you did all the stuff. Good for you. But at the end of the day,
a while back, I started getting letters unknown
you're gonna end up with the problem that we see with like my favorite bad theological model, Calvinism. You see the problem that happens when you grab up somebody like Augustine and bring them into the fold, and then you don't make sure that you're correcting them or,
Monsters you've never seen.
you know, constantly paying attention to what they're doing.
Fantasies and sent 'em your way.
And as a result, you end up with Neoplatonist Manichaean heresy bleeding through literally everything. So, you know, I fully expect that if that's not, and it more than likely won't be fixed, because even Protestants are having an issue with this, and we're doing a fairly good job of like finally pushing back on it, finally getting, you know, a foothold to combat it. And
was none other than you, go.
was it? Maybe. Could have been. Fucking Murray.
Why would I ever do something as creepy as mailing you a bunch of anonymous...
Dude, it's gotta be our mom.
My reasoning is twofold. First on the docket,
It has to actually be our mom. There's no way.
What about him?
one simple fact. An Azorian who's never crossed the meridian couldn't write about monsters.
Oh, wait, yeah, that actually makes sense. Well, that's also why I think it's his mom, though.
These were penned by someone outside the kingdom. Say, Hal Murray's real chummy with the Me-Links Emporium.
Or is it Murray?
Why am I involved here?
You made use of their extensive global network.
I want a
to get your
Palico,
hands
man.
on notes hailing
Maybe I
from
just want a
other
pet cat.
lands. Am I right?
Maybe I just want another cat.
You were going with that. Even if that were true, why would I go to all that trouble just to mess with you?
Oh, you and I both know the why. In fact, the why makes up the second prong of my hypothesis.
But yeah, you integrate these guys, you don't pay attention to what they're doing. Hey, I taught them properly so they know things. That's cool. They know how to properly articulate the concept of the Trinity.
My ranger duties and run off with other
But do they know how to properly articulate the order of a household?
enlisted in the first place.
Do they know how to properly articulate the purpose and value between a man and a woman? You know, that's an inherent problem. That's a very big inherent problem. And just like with Augustine, you taught this guy correctly, but then because he was a Manichaean, he was a Manichaean pagan,
Didn't object to you joining the
and also a Neoplatonist. That's the word I was wanting.
I trust you now.
He was a Plato fanboy and a Neoplatonist. You end up with them trying to like synthesize their favored ideologies together.
Who's Coretta?
Ogden's old
We've already seen, you know, the slow creep of this beginning to happen.
time.
And actually, I need to go find those. Because I'm going to have to talk to
Can only imagine the loss.
one of the dudes that I'm friends with about some of the stuff that's going on, and at least my perspective on it. I need to go find that incident that happened a while back with the one lady, like being a self-appointed deaconess for some Eastern Orthodox church, where like it even got to the point where like one of the priests found out and was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Focused on the wrong thing here.
Nothing else. I'm glad you realized the culprit.
Like stuff that was not supposed to be happening was happening.
Need water.
Because like the priest found out and was like, "Yo, what do you mean? What do you mean she was doing this?"
But hey, looking like it's been
I need to go find that. I need to find it.
rest.
That was from like 8 months ago. But like the fact that we even have nonsense like that happening is kind of proof of like what I'm talking about. You integrated a bunch of people with no care or concern to the long-term ramifications of it, or the warped, broken thinking that they're carrying around in their brains. And if you don't fix that, if you don't purge that from them, from the get-go, you're going to have crazy problems. And especially if you're not going to be, babysitting them. It's kind of like bringing on a new hire. And instead of just having a hireling, you're straight up, some entry-level worker. You hired a new hire, and they're supposed to go from, like, brand new person to, like, manager level. And you've got to make sure that they're perfect. And that's the problem. The catechesis process does not deal with that, I have a feeling. It doesn't deal with the inherent, like, ingrained problematic thinking that a lot of these people have.
Tell what might have caused it.
Not exactly sure, but if I
It's more so concerned with,
really loves raw veggies, maybe he ate some
can you articulate the Trinity? Can you articulate XYZ theological position?
snacked on something
And that's not a bad thing.
poisoning himself.
That's not a bad thing.
the thing. He's an expert.
But the problem is that in Christianity,
Is that
every
what
person,
differentiates
regardless of whether or not they can actually fulfill that position because of either their sex or maybe they're not good public speakers or whatever, you should be
he's had symptoms since
pursuing a level of knowledge and a level of
might just be something that can
capability
help? Have you figured something out?
that you yourself basically are capable and at least informationally capable of not only conveying everything that you need to actually properly convert somebody, but functionally that, like, if something crazy's going on and you're basically drafted up as a priest, you're a priest now. Like, you have to actually be able to deal with that eventuality. If you're not knowledgeable enough to that point, that's a problem. Oh god, this is gonna be some horrific nonsense. We're gonna have to find, like, the anal glands of a Jarkon or something to save this guy's life, and it's gonna... Oh, no. Oh, it's gonna be haggis. Are you kidding? Well, gallbladder, but I mean, that's... I literally just called this, bro. That's so gross. Yeah, the reason it flushes all the stuff out of you is because you're too busy puking your brains out and having violent diarrhea. I'm... Bro.
We should go somewhere with a long... Excuse me, Scrivener. Is there a spice cellar anywhere nearby? I'm going to need something hot. Really hot.
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah. Dude, yeah, it's going... This is gonna... We're gonna kill this guy. He's gonna die.
Sounds like he must be in...
He's gonna die.
Let's start by searching for him anywhere travelers might take a rest.
Yeah, the sooner we find him, the better.
Bro.
Like any search, our first stop should be the lookout point. We can map
Bro.
Good.
This guy is gonna die. We're gonna feed him the thing. He's gonna die. He's gonna die screaming in agony as he projectile vomits and projectile just dookie. Not. I need the spiciest things that you've got. I know what that's for, bro.
Okay.
It's to cause a intolerance issue in the deep intestines, so they just dump everything that's in there.
Right. No.
Okay, monster bones. We need those.
Your Highness! Hey! Hey!
Why are they constantly fighting? This would make more sense if Rudy was, like, female.
Hey!
No.
Oh boy.
Oh, we'll set a pin.
Hey!
No, I didn't.
Boy.
Okay. I've got to, like, get slightly off of the thing.
Right.
What?
Let's see.
What?
Right.
What? What?
Are you stop clicking on it. There's a city, a wall, thingy.
Well done.
Okay, we found an Ajarkon.
Right. No. Okay.
Okay, cool, let's go. Let's get it done.
Come on.
Oh, and then the social problem too, because they're more than happy to grab up, a bunch of dudes with social and political issues and things like that. And in some cases, that's not a bad thing. In some cases, that's actually a really brilliant plan. That's actually a very, very smart way to fix some of these issues. It's also a really great way to deal with that. The problem, though, is that you have normal dudes who have actual legit, like, yo, this is not sustainable, we have to fix this mentality. And those are 100% the guys that you want, right? But then you have literal, actual, as best can be, oh, it's that. Oh, dude. Literal, actual, what can only be called and referred to as social malcontents. And they have insane problems. They have unhinged issues. These are the dudes who are completely insensible about everything. So, like, fundamentally, you could, yeah, we're gonna need to be speedy. And actually, let's charge so we do strong slashes. You could go through and point out with one of those guys, like, hey, your position that you're pushing is actually contrary to what your church even claims. Oh, no! Okay, well, we dodged it. You could be like, yo, your position is actually contrary to what your church is saying. Bro, you're in error. Even have one of their priests agreeing with you and be willing to point that out or go over it. And, be willing to do that. Do all that stuff, showcase all that stuff. Even have the priest there ready to, you know, also claim that and show that, or even explain it to them. And they will fight you the whole way down about, no, I'm not wrong, there's no way I could be wrong. Because they don't actually care about whether or not what they're doing makes sense. Because it's not about whether or not what they're doing makes sense. It's that a lot of these dudes are basically just kind of messed up and want a ideological or social outlook that ensures that no matter what they can be correct, that ensures that no matter what they're doing is considered correct, or that they're good. And that's not a bad thing, you know, necessarily. That kind of desire isn't necessarily a bad thing, but when you misapply some of these things and you go completely nutty about it, to the point that you can't even be corrected or have any kind of general willingness to consider that you could be wrong or things like that, that's a problem. That's a really big problem. That's a big, big problem. Really? Did we, like, power level or something? Or maybe it's just easier for the side stories, because it's more about the story and kind of helping you grind. I guess. You know, there's nothing wrong with wanting to necessarily have like a group or anything like that you're part of where things are going to work out, things make sense, everything is like vaguely straightforward or reasonable. But when it gets to the point that you can't even be reasoned with, that begins to become a problem. Spices, poignant, piquant. Okay, we got the thing. you know, it starts to become a really big problem. You've got dudes who legitimately left proper problems. Like, they just realized that they could not make sense of some of the stuff, and that some of these places were just literally infested with feminism to a point that, like, everything is completely unreasonable. You know? And there's nothing functionally wrong with that. But when you end up with some of the, like, hyper crazy stuff, like what I'm talking about, you end up with this really bizarre problem of... Oh, what's this? Oh, no, not jump. Rabbit. Interesting. You end up with this problem of just completely insensible dudes who you can't reason with, you can't deal with. And it's basically like a lot of the whiny diorite guys running around online. It's basically those guys. Because that's also the other thing that's bound to happen too, if they're not willing to start reining things in and fixing stuff, those guys are going to they're going to end up being forced to, like, excommunicate those guys. It's gonna happen. Because they're gonna cross a line at some point. They're gonna cross a line that's not supposed to be crossed, and they're gonna have to get rid of those guys.
It's not looking good. He's been fading in and out of consciousness.
Alright.
They're gonna have to do it to make an make an example of them. Because that's also the other issue too when you're a monolith. If you have dudes get everyone in the background is just like, bro, I'm gonna die. Ugh. Please don't. Bro, no.
What a stench!
Sure, I'm sure. Give it a try, and you'll see for yourself.
Yeah, because it's supposed to make him puke his brains out.
It's so bitter!
That's the fastest I've ever seen. Another successful batch of broth. Did you just say sacrifice?
Bro.
We're wasting time. For the last time, yes.
I mean, I kind of guess it's okay that they keep playing up that she can't cook and is, like, doing these horrible things, but, like,
How are you feeling?
can we not?
Well, I can stand on my own 2 feet again.
Can we not?
Can't seem to shake that horrendous aftertaste, though.
Get used to it. You've got 3 more days to go.
Say it isn't so.
Isn't she supposed to also be, like, the prince's waifu? She needs to be able to cook.
That's what helped me.
Then you've needed this before?
Yes. When I was just a little girl. Clarissa made it for me. She heard I was ill
bro.
and rushed right out to get all
But, you know, you end up with this crazy stuff going on. It's part of this stuff where, like,
That's right.
the thing that really pisses me off about it, though, is the simony thing. It's like,
Your skill with a sword.
I'm not ESL. I'm not ESL. I know what English... I know how to read English.
No child should ever have to risk
The dude who made these websites, they more than likely know how to speak English.
and the skills
Okay?
to back up that effort. The more I learn
I
about
know
her,
there's this
the
thing
more I understand how she
where,
finds
like,
ways
dudes
to work
convert
with
to Eastern Orthodoxy, and suddenly they sound like a Dracula, and they start using weird words and speaking strangely because they're trying to put on an effect as if they're, like, Eastern European, and it really needs to stop. Like, it's gotta stop. Like that one guy from California where they're like, oh, he's such a great knowledgeable theologian. And it's like, bro, unless he had like a traumatic brain injury shortly after converting, I don't want to hear anything about this guy anymore until he starts speaking properly. I don't want to hear nothing about it. Because that's also the other thing, too. A lot of these guys, even the ones that mean well, are like, they're doing some of this stuff, and then... Okay, let's not advance this story. They're doing some of this stuff, and you end up with, like, stuff like that, where Brody is, in effect, kind of making a joke about this group by just being one of these, like, weirdo dudes who's... Oh, actually, let's... One of these weirdo dudes who's, yeah, turn in quests and see if we can pick up that one. Being weirdo dudes who, seem to be making fun of the group that they're supposed to belong to. And only because they're very... I think that's actually a sign of, like, autism. Of, like, adopting a weird accent. Like an effect to your speech like that. I think that's actually a sign of autism, if I recall. Because that was one of the things they specifically went out of their way to do for Dexter's lab. That's why he speaks strangely, because he's autistic. And part of the joke is that he heard someone talking like that on television. Which is why he talks like that. Okay. I guess we will hunt monsters real quick. Or at least try and grind out some stuff. See what we can accomplish. Oh, wait. We've kind of leveled. Let's head back to Azuria. Yeah, near the Ashen Path. Oh, wait, do we need to... Oh, no. I need to... We're gonna have to fast travel again. Because I don't think we have a camp there. I want to get some food so we get bonus damages and things like that. Before we begin this fight. Because last time we got about, like, halfway, and then we kind of got a party wipe. So, I think we can... kind of reasonably make this happen. So let's try and make it happen. Right?
Getting ready.
Enjoy some of... Oh no, what is this? Low chance to get catalyst key.
To make sure it looks good.
Do more damage. Oh, yeah. Wyvern Soul Gauge. Let's destroy those. I want that, and I need that. I need it. I need it bad. Because that'll definitely help us quite a bit. So, a significant thing, though, too... Like, the simony thing just is driving me nuts, because it's just like, bro. Nice. That actually looks really cool.
I'm feeling good. That's a good one.
That looks really cool. But, yeah. The simony thing is just driving me crazy, because, like... Is there any particular reason that, you know, you've got all these dudes... and for some reason nobody and their grandma can, as like a consistent like standardized thing, you know, pop in and be like, yo, simony's bad and this is not acceptable. It's really not that hard. I don't understand why that's a problem, and the unwillingness to call that out is very worrisome. That's a worrisome issue, because that's a problem that shouldn't be occurring.
Careful.
Oh yeah, they don't fall down. That's a problem that shouldn't be occurring. That's a worry that shouldn't have to happen. That's a concern that should not be. And yet, you know, here we are. Yeah, let's knock on his skull for a while. Just beat on his face. Okay, he's doing power attacks. So that means that I need to do, yeah, speedy attacks. Oh, bro.
Come on, everyone.
Let's go. Ah. Bro. Is he just gonna wipe us immediately like this? What the heck? Okay, Vital Essence. Let's go.
Don't push yourself.
Dude, he hits so hard. He hits so hard. It's ridiculous. Oh. But it's one of these things, though, where it's just kind of like, at least in my opinion, I think it's super crazy, because it's just like, bro, I can see literally with my own eyeballs the thing. This isn't a misrepresentation of anything. It's directly from the website. It's directly from themselves. You know, you have to address this issue. You can't just act out like the dudes involved who are pointing out that, hey, there's a problem here, are just imagining it. This is part of the reason why the last time something like this came up, we burned down half of Europe. This kind of mentality and the behavior associated is literally why half of Europe got burned down. Because dudes were not willing to put up with the nonsense. No, don't do it yet. You gotta rank it up to level 3. Or at least try.
All right.
Ugh.
How's this? Press it.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah. The kind of staggered. But not quite staggered. Yeah, we're gonna just help work on breaking his limbs. So we can get up to 3. Because
Calm down.
I need to do way more damage. Especially if we want to be really effective. Did that not break his leg? His tail? There we go. What the heck? I think we can do it, yeah.
Now's your chance. Now.
Staggered, let's go! Level 3.
Watch out.
Dude, Angie. What are you doing? Don't do that.
Yeah. Please.
Thank you.
Level 3 and level 1. Hopefully we do decent damage.
You ready?
Oh man. I'm out of coffee pods too. That's real sad. No.
Not bad. Nice one. Excellent.
Because the other thing too, the only aspect that I can think of that would vaguely make some of the things like informationally presentable, where it would literally be like, hey, we don't understand. Nobody's leading with the things that would make it true that, hey, we don't understand. It's just, no, you're misrepresenting this,
Don't push yourself.
is what's being presented over and over. And, it's getting really wacky, in my personal opinion, because, yeah, going back to the Simony thing, because fully explaining, or kind of, at least breaking down. Why are you attacking his arms?
Amazing.
Now's your chance. I've got
Fully attacking, going through, and, that completely threw me. Going through and not actually addressing the thing, because, like, it would be one thing in some of the cases where you've got, like, it's like a traditional practice or whatever that, like, under no circumstances do they accept, you know, tithe or something. That would be one thing. And, like, this is the only means of possible tithe that they have or arrive at or receive. Then I could understand, and it would at least kind of make some sense. You gotta drop the word fee. You gotta drop that word. And you have to rephrase some of this, but, like, that's not the case, like, with one of the ones that was found where, like, they're asking for a specific level of tithe. And then they're also asking for, you know, you to pay the fee for XYZ thing that's going on. And a lot of the bad comparisons of things that keep coming up, and it's just, it's not good. You know, Is there some reason you can't acknowledge?
We did it! Oh, hey!
Finally did it. There we go. Hell yeah. Is there some reason, though, that you can't acknowledge that
Nice teamwork.
Yeah.
something is wrong with doing this thing, especially when it's explicitly called out in Scripture as a sin? It's historically the reason why Europe was burned down and like all sorts of crazy stuff kicked off. You know, like why functionally, why can't you call this out? Why can't you, say that this is a bad thing? There should be no reason why you can't. Espinus. I don't know how to say that. That's kind of cool. That's a cool wyvern. I like that. It's all spiky. Not bad. Not like a huge fan of it. But at the same time, okay, what am I needing here? Finding a crystal lizard. Oh, is that not the, Oh! There we go. There's that quest. Okay, cool. So let's fast travel to it. Let's go. Because that's in the next town over. The other aspect, like that's really the driving issue that a lot of various people here on the West are going to have issues with. And as these theological issues keep coming up, because this isn't going to be the only one. As these issues come up and become a problem, this is going to be an inherent problem that happens in terms of that. So dudes are going to keep hammering on that and coming back to that or various other things
I owe you.
over time and kind of keep falling down into it. Because there's bound to be other weirdo theological issues that are going to come up. And dudes aren't going to be able to deal with it. Because if you've got something as minor as the inability to call out simony, something that, at least for the West, is very, very heavily tied as part of a foundational historical event, and like literally the reason why Western Christianity even is the way that it is and even behaves the way that it is as a general foundational standard because of a corruption issue that happened over 500 years ago, that even the guys who were in the wrong are reacting. They just break out into a cold sweat, shaking. You can't do this. When even the dudes who are in the wrong, who still won't even admit half the time that they were in the wrong, begin kind of freaking out about it, you have to stop what you're doing and kind of consider, hey, am I doing something wrong here? Should I be concerned? You have to start wondering about that. You can't just decide that everyone else around you is incorrect. Well, I guess that's it for now. I guess we'll advance the story. Let's go. You can't just, you can't just decide that everyone else around you is wrong or in the wrong. And everyone else is wrong. I'm allowed to charge for things like sacraments. You know, because like what I was just saying though, like if it really was a misunderstanding and it's because they don't ask for any kind of concept of tithe, you know, I'd be most people would be like, okay, cool, but hey, you're gonna have to change this. The conversation would be dramatically different. It wouldn't be, yo, this is evil. What is wrong with you? Versus, it would turn into literally, like on the spot, it would literally turn into, hey, I understand that is a misunderstanding. Unfortunately, you will have to change this because people here in the West are not going to tolerate this because the way this is phrased is not okay. I guess we are going to Death's Maw. Hopefully we're okay. We might not be, though. We might not be. Is this like the next area? Because if so, then we're definitely not okay. Ooh. That looks gnarly.
Where's this village we're looking for?
It's been destroyed.
Right here.
We're standing in it.
But
Oh
there's
no.
nothing here. Just a few crystallized trees.
Not many of those still standing either. 10 years ago, back when I first visited, this place was an honest-to-goodness village.
Yeah, it's probably because they can't grow food or anything.
Just one decade.
How awful.
What was Anna trying to do by sending us here? Is this what she wanted us to see?
Well, she was certainly keen on us seeing this transgression business with our own eyes. But what are we looking for?
The way I know it, this village was once filled with riders in hiding.
What?
Riders here?
Yeah. 200 years ago.
Oh man, that means that one character's dead.
This village here was built by
The,
survivors of that
I
war.
forgot her name.
They chose
From
to
the first
defy
two
the
games.
covenant
She's dead.
and make a little home for themselves.
Because it's got to have been like 500 years, considering that Anna's an adult now.
First we've ever heard of it. It was the Scriveners who finally figured it out.
Bruh.
So, 10 years back, they decided to ask the residents of this village about their history.
But the other thing too is that
Right up as soon as they were asked about their
Western civilization is built very heavily on a concept of
crystallization swept through.
hard rule of law and consistent rule of law,
Not a single resident survived.
which is also why we can tell that we're in the middle of a downturn right now, socially and politically.
Get one already.
Anna told us we'd know when we got here. And I tend to trust that gal.
So,
Can't exactly head back without answers.
you know, when you have a group of people actively doing something that's improper, and then you catch them doing that, and then you're like, yo, bro, what the heck are you doing? And the response is, no, you just don't understand. But like the explanation of how you don't understand is just not appearing, not happening. Western people tend not to really like that at all. You know? Oh yeah, we got this, bro. Dude. The amount of egg quartz. And crystallization. Is a little bit ridiculous. It's a little bit silly. Good. Updraft, let's go. Dude, where this is crazy. Like, it's completely devastated this area. This probably was like a riverbed or something. Dude, all the monsters. Can I run up that? No, I cannot. Ground. Okay, well. I guess we will collect things. What is this? Yeah, I guess we'll take it. Yeah, we're probably going to have to go back to the previous area and just farm monsters. Farm some monsters, work on cleaning out that area. Because we basically only did the one boss in that area, and that's... You know, not great. We need to do more. We need to complete more. Oh, man. But it's one of these things, though, where, like, it literally doesn't make any sense functionally. Because it's literally that problem, though, of, like, allegedly this is, you know, part of a general fundamental belief. You have to engage in this, but then you've got dudes basically asking for money for it. That's a problem. That's a really big problem. I guess we'll grab an egg here. And, you know, no proper explanation is, like, forthcoming. Other than, like, oh, well, this is a cultural practice. And it's just like, bro, that's not a good enough explanation. That's not good. That's not a good enough explanation. That's not a good enough, you know, breakdown of why you're doing this thing that is considered forbidden. Oh, yeah. These are going to be... monsters that are... Ah! You know, you're gonna have these whacked out situations going on, and they're gonna have to begin explaining some of this stuff. And if they can't, they're gonna begin hemorrhaging people. These are significant problems. Which is also a really big issue, because this kind of does go into a lot of the problems with stuff in regards to a lot of that theology. Because you're gonna have to deal with, like, you're gonna have to be able to offer explanations. Because, like, this isn't like an Eastern European country where you can just be like, well, it's this way because, you know, dudes aren't going to accept that. They're not cool with that. We don't allow for things like that in the West. You have to be able to articulate, you know, fundamental explanations and reasons behind things. You have to be able to explain your position. You have to be able to say why a thing is. You know, everyone and their grandma doesn't understand, or it's a misrepresentation of this. That's cool. Please explain that. Please explain how everyone is getting this wrong. You know, that's not an unreasonable request either. So it's very weird to me. But functionally, I don't think it's going to... I don't think they're going to, within the next 5 years, maybe 10 years, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not good at human scaling for stuff, but they're gonna hit a point where the... Damn it. The, social movement and strength and things like that that they had going on is going to begin liquidating. They're going to begin hemorrhaging people very, very quickly. Because it's going to be a lot of the dudes who just joined up for the social and political reasons. Those guys are going to go. They're going to begin leaving. Once it becomes apparent that being in this group isn't fixing everything magically overnight like they thought it would, they're going to drop it. They're going to stop. They're going to stop real quick. Because that's usually what happens. You get dudes who convert to, you know, some kind of generalized extreme version, what they believe is an extreme version of stuff. And as a result, it usually lasts anywhere from like 5 to 10 years-ish. And then they kind of stop what they're doing at a certain point. Get kind of butthurt about something, or they'll run into an inherent error issue within that group that won't or can't be resolved for whatever reason. And then they deuce out. It's just the process. It's literally just the process. It's also one of the fundamental reasons. The knowledge of this process is one of the fundamental reasons why my favorite offshoot group of Christianity, by and large, does not allow people to convert. Like, they're very offhanded about that. They don't like it when people convert. They're usually very, very, very particular about letting people convert.
You did it!
And then if people do convert, they usually will try and like direct them to one of the like side offshoot versions of them that are not as intense, because functionally you end up with a whole mess of insanity with these guys and the kinds of stuff that happens because not screwing around, they are very intense. You know, not messing around with that, not screwing around with the concepts of stuff, of who or what these guys are. This other group is actually intense. They're hardcore. And you're not going to ever functionally be able to missed it. Functionally be able to kind of fake it till you make it like some of the other groups or any of these other things. You're not going to have like a fair weather conversion or anything. You have to have dudes who are either 100% in it or they're going to be leaving. They're leaving in less than 10 years, 5 to 8 years typically. Because that's the math of it. It's just the reality. Fanged Wyvern. Let's go. Holy crap, oh, we gotta go. I don't want to fight that. Let's go, let's go. Leave. Leave. Oh.
He snuck up on us!
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta go now. We gotta go right now. Right now. We gotta leave now, buddy. But, you know, it's one of these things with that kind of shows that there's... Are you kidding me? Can we not?
Let's go!
I'm trying to just travel. Go away. Just let me do my thing, okay? I've only got a little while. I've actually got like 1 more hour that I can reasonably stream for. You know? Only about 1 more hour. But man, it's... Oh, what are these? Oh, it's gonna be like a spider monster. There's like threads or something on the ground. Yeah, oh, bro. Oh. Or are those weird ticks?
What's up?
Just now I thought... Without arachnoids.
Oh no, they are spiders. I thought they were ticks. My bad.
The webs. Now what?
Oh. Oh crap. Oh, is this like the second big boss? I think it might be.
I'm ready.
Unknown monster.
Let's do this.
It's a mutant near Scylla. Maybe it's mutating the monsters into like weird stuff. Okay, the claws have the Blightstone. So attack anything but the claws.
Don't push yourself.
Oh! Ow! Bro. I need coffee. I need some coffee. Bruh, yeah. I don't think we're ready for this. I mean, we'll try. We'll give it a good old college try. Real quick. See what we can accomplish. Or are these guys just glass cannons? Because I can deal with a glass cannon. It's gonna suck, but we can do it. Dude, are you kidding me right now?
Yeah? Please.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. No, we're good. Yeah, I guess they're glass cannons. Ow! Holy crap. Alright, let's focus on doing what we gotta do. Because she's gonna get knocked down. I'm calling it now. I'm calling it right now.
No.
Break his feet. No, we're doing it. He's just a glass cannon. Hind legs. Okay, no, you're not attacking his freaking, whatever, bro. His claws. We're not doing that. We are not eating backlash because you're retarded.
Now's your chance.
Let's go.
Help me out.
No! Too early!
All right.
Too early. Why did you do that?
How's this? You did it. We've got you.
Oh, wait. Oh, crap. No, wait. We got him. Boom. Get out of here. Hell yeah, brother.
Pushing.
Ugh. Dude. But yeah, like it's... This stuff is nuts. I think they're gonna fall to the side on things. And, have a bit of a weird thing going on with that in terms of things. Because you know, you can only... Yeah, let's do it. We'll just go for it. You can only really get away with certain things like that for a certain amount of time before having to address internal issues. And being part of a group that goes out of its way to go real heavy on, well, we've never changed, we're never going to change, that's not a good position. That's not tenable. You can't maintain that. Okay, so he's wanting to be speedy. So let's be... tactical. Pull that heat off of Ratha. Let's go. Oh yeah, and then the corpse nonsense too, because that came up. That was kind of funny. I still can't get why dudes are pretending like that's not weird. Because it is weird. It's very weird. It's an abnormal practice, it's an abnormal behavior, and then trying to play it off like it's the same as a funeral and things like that is abnormal. Which is also really funny because these are functionally the same groups too that will talk massive amounts of shit in terms of we're gonna go to power attacks now because he's gonna be technical boy. There we go. There we go. Like to do this thing where, you know, you're constantly splitting the middle of just going with whatever argument you can come up with that sounds effective at the time, rather than what actually informationally makes sense. Which is a consistent, really weird problem. Because it's not just them, Catholics do. The Roman Catholics do that too, and it's really bizarre. It's a really bizarre thing to be doing. Hind legs. Oh, his hind legs have been reinforced again. Oh wait, we gotta get rid of these other guys. We gotta get rid of them like right now, because they are bad news bears. We gotta get rid of them. Because like the funerary thing. Because I brought that up. I pointed it out. Like, hey, you know, touching dead things and playing around with dead bodies is not okay. Like, this is a cultural, ideological no-no. This is not something that we allow for, tolerate, or are okay with in the West because, you know, we remember disease outbreaks. We remember there's a blood memory involved with the plague, you know, things like that. So we tend to be very particular about that. That's also why even after with some of the stuff going on with Roman Catholicism, you still have Western Christians who are like, absolutely not. I'm not approaching, you know, this dead guy's body. I'm not going to touch that. I'm not doing none of that.
Watch out! Help, take them down!
It's one of the reasons why that's a thing. And then to turn around and then pretend like, oh, well, you guys don't... do you guys not have funerals? Do you not... How do you go about honoring the dead? Like grave markers and things like that aren't a thing. But then we'll also do the opposite issue of that, of pretending that having grave markers and things like that is actually an act of idolatry. So which is it? You know, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't say that this is a... playing around with someone's bones is a good thing, but then having a grave marker is bad. You're becoming incomprehensible. You're becoming completely incoherent. Whatever reasoning is there doesn't make any sense. Because a grave marker, no one's bowing to them. No one's praying to the grave marker. No one's doing any of that kind of stuff.
That's a monster call.
Oh, what?
That's a little trick for calming down the monsters around us.
Huh.
See? That sound lets them know that we're friendly.
I guess.
What's happening, though? Something weird's gonna happen.
Who are you people? That call of yours. Are you
He's blind. Or is he?
Raiders? Is that a Rathalos? Have you returned to us?
Your hand's crystallized.
Chris? Could it
Chris.
be?
Are you alright?
He's blind, yeah.
You're not. That is the sky scale Rathalos, yes? Then who are you?
I'm this Rathalos' rider. We're visitors here, hailing from Missouri.
Goodness. I see. To think I would reunite
Dude, what's going on?
the sky scale once more. And Amara? Is she still with us?
Amara? You know a rider by that name?
Yes, I do indeed.
I am Amara's son. I've come here to learn what became of her. Please, sir, tell me everything you know about my mother.
Amara's child.
Yes,
Ugh.
Miss Anna of the Scriveners sent us here.
Oh, Miss Anna. Come now. Follow me to my home.
How do you know where your home is, bro?
We shall talk there.
We're like in the wilderness. This isn't like normal blind people stuff. We're in the wilderness. And you're not like even like... Oh, okay, it's just it's literally just around the corner. Never mind. I thought we were going to have to like actually travel. This is a nice house. I like the stonework, you know. I like
I am this village's elder, Casimiro. My sight has almost completely left my
Oh, he's
mind.
not fully blind then. Okay.
I mistook you for someone earlier. Please forgive me.
What is like Chris,
Think nothing
her
of it.
like her brother?
Who is this Chris?
A child of this village. He left with Amara and the Skyscale Rathalos 10 years ago. If memory serves, assuming he survived, I do believe he'd be about your age by now. He was a kind-hearted boy with gentle amber eyes.
Bro, what?
Are you a friend of Chris's, perhaps?
No, I'm not.
I see.
Please, Elder, tell me anything you can about my mother. What brought her to your village?
Perhaps the Skyscale Rathalos appearance was some sort of kismet. Very well.
Oh
I
man.
shall spin you a tale. A tale 10 years past.
But the means of like constantly just sidetracking as an argument or trying to misrepresent things and compare it improperly is that's definitely going to be coming to an end, as well as the
You're a
Oh.
gunner, aren't you?
it's him.
Show me.
What the heck?
Hurry!
What are you waiting for? Come on! Chris!
Oh. What the heck is that?
Elder, no!
Don't move. Something's coming.
Bro, what? You gotta get that coat off of your body right now, bro.
Crystal?
Okay, so maybe we don't know who Chris is.
A sky scale?
Oh, it's the other one.
That was when Amara arrived. Though she felt she was too late.
Thank you for saving our village.
Oh, it's like a baby. It's still tiny. Yeah, so yeah, this is like probably right after.
Followed a monster here. You all saw too, didn't you? That elder dragon surrounded by mist.
Dragon?
An elder dragon?
Yeah, it's not a wyvern, it's a true dragon.
And a Skyscale Rathalos, no less. What did we do to deserve this?
Quiet down, the lot of you. And as for you, why are you...
Bro. That's a lot of exposition. That's pretty crazy.
Amara told me how she crossed the meridian in order to solve the mystery of crystallization.
Nice.
Your mother learned of the Elder Dragon, and then, eventually, the origins of this village and the stigma against riders.
Then there really is a connection.
Well, apparently there's some dragon doing this for some reason. I don't know why or how, though. That's kind of weird.
Cast out down the parable of the transgressors
Ugh.
some time. 200 years ago, our ancestors made the gravest of errors. Instead of forging bonds of trust with their monsties, they chose to weaponize them.
Jeez.
These depictions, they resemble the battle hound of Vermeil.
Both sides bound their monsters, and the war came to a stalemate. It was then...
Oh, they're gonna just recreate this, aren't they? They're gonna do it all over again.
Ancient.
Yet the beast, as it appeared, was nothing like the sentinel the people were familiar with. Something was awry. It consumed the bound monsters, then began to crystallize everything around it. And among those battle-bound monsters were a pair of twin sky-scale Rathalos. The incorrigible fools turned those Rathalos on Ancient. They charged into the Elder Dragon, stopping it in its tracks.
Then the Rathalos were the ones who defeated Ancient?
It's more accurate to say they halted its activity. Ancient then emitted a mist that settled over the sacrosanctum. The castle uninhabitable. The people were forced from their homeland.
Our ancestors pitted the Rathalos against the Sentinel. That's why twin sky scales have their reputation.
It is indeed.
All of the blame here lies with humanity. The monsters did nothing wrong.
You speak truly. After the researchers fled, they found themselves in this very village. They cast off their old identities, buried their battle binding, all in the hope that they would never transgress again. But 10 years ago, Ancient appeared once again, turning our home to stone, as if to punish us for our ancestral sins.
Is there any way to stop Ancient?
None of that has been passed down to us. There is only one thing I am certain of. Feral monsters are descendants of the Battlebound.
The descendants?
I am afraid so. The transgressions of our ancestors continue to haunt us, even 2 centuries on.
Hey, just one question. 10 years ago, when the Scriveners came, you kept this village's secret under wraps. Why give up the goods now?
The curse of the crystal spreads through my body. This may be my final opportunity to share our history.
We heard about crystallysis. You've been stricken by this illness as well?
This crystallysis is no disease. It arises from an exposure to Ancient's assault. The crystal spreads, slowly but tenaciously, until there is nothing left. Most of us villagers will crystallize until our last breaths.
Can anything be done?
Like the Elder Dragon that spreads it, crystallysis cannot be stopped or reversed.
How awful.
This is our lot in life. Just desserts for our transgressions.
I mean, technically, but you didn't actively actually do the
There must
thing.
be something we can do.
Come on,
I
man.
refuse to sit idly by. If we could just pin down Ancient's habitat.
Amara, too, sought such knowledge in the sacrosanctum.
She went to the Sacrosanctum?
It was near there that she located Ancient's den. She claimed that there was some sort of connection between its habitat and crystallization. Chris accompanied her despite our protests. He was obsessed with finding a cure. He has not returned.
Your Highness?
I say we go. to the Sacrosanctum.
You would follow their path?
Thank you for sharing your wisdom.
The knowledge of battle binding. Has it found its way back to the outside world?
The outside world? Why would it?
Vermeil has learned to enhance its monsties. It feels worryingly similar to your description of battle binding.
Scant few know of battle binding, and they are all in this village.
Dude.
Only one who left this place would be able to share.
Are you kidding me? She gave that to them? Why?
The only one to have ever
Oh.
departed 10 years ago.
So he's the retard who's causing this problem.
9. To share that information. No, it's impossible.
That doesn't sound like your Chris to me.
You know our Chris?
Your Highness.
No, he just reminds me of a very good friend. So,
Oh, he probably sold it to the other people so that he could get into
Hope you're right.
the kingdom
Guess we're setting course
with
for
the queen way
Sacrosanctum.
back. And then was like,
Sure,
yo.
though? Like, really sure?
So that means he's like 10 years old, 10 years older than
if we
the
want
main
to learn
character
about ancient,
or something like
we
that.
have to do.
About-ish.
Yeah, that's what I figured you were gonna say. Here's the thing, though. My job is to take you back to Enna. Besides, you're gonna need to do a lot of prep work before you get to where you're going.
You're right. I have to finish my conversation with Anna anyway. After that, though, we set off.
Let's go. Let's go. I've only got 30 minutes. Actually, less than that, like 15. Oh yeah, because what that counts as a, because that was a crystallized one. Nice. What's up this way? Actually, let's check on weapons. Golem blade. Oh wait, no. That's a different kind of Kezu. $76. $84. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, 98 versus 72. Neutral. Yeah, no, we're doing that. Oh, bro, what do I need for that? Okay, resources I ain't got. 84 versus 72. $80 for the gun lance. That's pretty substantial. 8 points, and then we get fire on top of that, not water. Bigger wyvern fail. Let's just do it, yeah. Okay, armor time. What can we do? Okay, 96, 98. Bishat armor actually looks way cooler. 2 points isn't really good enough, and then shifting to fire. I don't know if we really want to do that. Okay, so this is still part of the same region. That's interesting. This area is freaking huge then. This area is ridiculously huge. I don't like how that looks necessarily. Ugh. The coloring on that. All right, let's go. I got 15 minutes. Wait, where? I'm gonna assume it's back in the main. And we'll just go. Let's go back to the main area. And then figure it out from there. Oh, man. And then some of the other dudes that I've talked to about stuff got really butthurt about some of the stuff that's going on. But, like, it's like the thing that I was saying about it, though. Like, you have to... You can't just decide that simony is, like, not a problem. That you're not going to functionally go deal with it or try and correct it. Because, like, you can say that it's a misunderstanding all day long, but, like the thing that I was saying with it is, like, if... you know, if they explicitly were, like, anti-tithe, they didn't take any money from anybody for any other reason ever.
Right.
You know? Whatsoever. And this was the only means that the church has as a means of, like, keeping the lights on. You know, I'd be more willing to understand, but, like, I would still be hammering on, bro, you can't call it a fee, you know? Don't ever call this a fee. But that's not what's going on with it, because these dudes are more than happy to have tithe and all sorts of other means. But even with that, they don't seem to have an issue with it or view it as a problem, and that's a big issue.
I see you've learned of your ancestors' transgressions.
I have. Monsters were exploited and set upon the battlefield to win wars. Thinking about it puts a pit in my stomach.
So that also means, like, all sorts of crazy stuff happened since the second game, bro. So they have more than enough content to make, like, basically as many games as they want for this.
Couldn't have put it better myself, Prince. Problem is, we've still got no clue why Sentinel turned into a mist-farting menace.
The Scriveners have conducted their own investigation into just that, but we don't have any insight into its changed behavior either.
I don't blame Ancient for being mad. Cutting ties with their monsties? Turning living things into weapons? How dare people like that call themselves riders?
Do you think His Majesty knew about these transgressors and just decided to keep his mouth shut?
Inconceivable! Take back that outrageous claim, you disrespectful degenerate!
Nice.
Them claws of yours. Top priority here's figuring out Ancient's habitat, if you remember.
I wonder if Ancient is, like...
We're planning on heading for the Sacrosanctum.
Well, no, it has to be like a true dragon. Because it is a dragon.
The Scriveners have already scoured the area, to no avail.
So I wonder actually if our Rathalos is actually just a descendant of the other one. Because, I mean, it could be. Very easily.
Have seen us turn up our fair share of endangered species dens. Would you consider allowing us access to the Sacrosanctum?
I understand your reasoning and your eagerness. Nevertheless, I cannot allow you access at this time.
May I ask why not? We've got to pass through monster territory, and we're smack
Bro,
dab
it's
in the
all
middle of
monster
sandstorm
territory. What are you
season.
talking about?
Better to wait till it's
Outside of like whatever towns and stuff,
Exactly.
everything belongs
How
to the
long
monsters.
are we talking here? Let's see. The sandstorm should settle down
Bro.
in about
A month?
A whole month? Are you kidding?
We don't have that long. Vermeil, my homeland is making headway into
Of course, the
battle-fighting
elf would
research
be
as we
like,
speak.
"Oh yeah, you guys could just take forever. It's fine."
Are you certain of this?
I am. I thought it was merely to bolster our forces. But given the connection to Ancient, they may be planning something far worse. If we can track down Ancient's habitat and find a way to stop the encroachment, my sister, Her Majesty, might hear me out. I beseech you,
No,
let us
she's
pass.
too far gone, bro.
Then you would forge ahead, in spite of the dangers.
Miss Anna.
You would actually behave like you're brave or
I
something.
set off on an adventure with my dear friends. Back then, I was the one who dragged them all along. What sort of hypocrite would I be if I tried to stop you?
Does that mean...
You have my blessing. Go forth.
Thank you very much.
Looks like old Corbin's playing tour guide again.
Would you?
Okay, cool.
I actually have another task for Corbin, so I'm afraid you're going to have to make your own way this time.
Oh.
Oh, lovely. So fun.
Make sure that you're ready, will you? And please, stay safe out there.
Okay, so we're gonna have to go ahead and save because it's probably the end of what we can do for right now. But that's not bad. We got decent headway for nearly 2.5 hours of gameplay. Actually advanced the story, defeated multiple bosses, and you know, got further along. So that's not bad. Let's go ahead and save. Cool. And that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching and checking in, even though basically only one person did. Anyone watching this later, see you guys later.
The place was dark and dusty and half lost in tangles of old alleys near the quay.